Hey y'all, I'm Brandi Autry, owner of Brandi Autry Photography. We are a full service studio located in the heart of Johnston County over in the Cleveland community. We're considered Clayton, and we have been here for about 5 years and several other locations prior to. Been doing school portraits for close to 18 years now. We're excited to be doing your dance school this year, and we wanted to take a few minutes just to introduce ourselves as well as introduce our products and kind of what we're going to be offering for y'all this year.
Alright, so my name is Jamie, and as far as your actual dance portrait experiences going to take place, we're going to go ahead and just go over a lot of information. So obviously it gives you enough time to go ahead and reach out to us if you have any specific questions or any concerns. We are so excited to be able to offer this opportunity to you and to your children and to the dance school. So thank you for allowing us to come in and photograph your children. Brandi is going to be our lead photographer pairing with your child through the individual process. So our individual, that's kind of where we'll start first, if that's all right. For individual photos, what's going to take place is you will see it'll be emailed out or posted more so maybe on your actual dance school website, but you are going to receive an actual order form, and it's going to be one order form per costume, and so you may have to fill out multiple of those, but they're going to kind of just quick glance. It's going to be just a overall sheet here. There's going to be a receipt portion out at the bottom that's going to be used more so for office kind of information. But basically what's going to take place is a lot of our parents love to go ahead and pre-fill these out because it saves a whole lot of time whenever you actually get up to the information table. This year we also have the opportunity for you to go ahead and pay previously on our website. So that'll be something you'll receive all of this information kind of in an email format to be able to just follow the link directly, go ahead and prepay for all of your individual portraits or group photos kind of before your even arrival to your actual photo day. This will take a whole lot of stress off because it actually gives you an opportunity to figure out what exactly you want, what you don't want, what you need, what you don't need. And two, I know so many times through this experience, not only are you purchasing for yourself, but you're also purchasing for grandmas and aunts and uncles and friends. So this really gives you an opportunity. Go ahead, if you have a few moments prior to that actual photo day, you really want to kind of take a look over all of the information that we're going to be sending your way. So as far as for the individual process, you will, your child will be specifically pairing with Brandi as far as creating those portraits. We ask that it'll just be just your child and Brandi. An assistant will kind of be paired to help with posing and what have you, but that really creates a really natural kind of artistic element, allowing them to create poses that's going to mimic things from their actual dance. And I don't know if you want to kind of tag team on
Definitely. If there's anything in specific, let's say that you want some with a bow or some without, some with glasses, some without, or if there's a particular pose that you really like from the dance that you want to make sure that your child does, please just tell us that ahead of time and we can make sure that we do that in the session.
Definitely. And what's going to take place, especially like between now and then, if you do have younger children, going ahead and practicing some of those poses beforehand will oftentimes relieve a lot of stress as well. Brandi and the assistant that's going to be paired that day do just a great job naturally with your child. But like she said, if there's something specific, you definitely want to kind of relay that message upon, when we kind of pick your child up from the actual door to go ahead and take in for the photo experience. So just keep that in mind.
Sometimes with the dance, sometimes, with like tap ballet, there may be some that have, with a tutu or some without. So that kind of goes back with what I was saying a moment ago of some of those accessories that might need to be added or taken off. Or you may choose to only do it with just one version of the outfit, and that's okay as well.
Definitely. So to reiterate, in order for your child to be photographed for the individual concept or the individual photos, you're going to want to prepay or pay off the day of your photo session. So in order to have your child individually photographed, you will have to pay at least the day of, if not beforehand. Once again, each order form is per costume. So if you have 8 costumes, you're going to want to fill out 8 different order forms. So just keep that in mind. And basically for the individual option, we've got a few different kind of options for you. You have an artisan CD small, which is going to be a digital CD, so it looks something like this with the CD enclosed. It does come with 3 images on it, and it's $35, and that does include the tax. And basically this CD, as well as CD sleeve, is going to give you the print release or the print rights more so you could then take it to Target or Walgreens or Walmart and print as you please off your CD. Go ahead.
Yeah, and the reason why we offer it that way, a lot of times people, will say, well, do you offer 5x7s or do you offer just one 8x10? The reason why we offer it this way is because we're able to really keep our price point down. This same product in our studio would be twice as much. But for our dance schools, because we are doing volume and because we are doing everybody kind of at the same time, we are able to offer it to you that way. And because I really like to shoot with a lot of variety. So as much as you say, well, maybe I would want to do an arabesque, they just mastered the arabesque and I really want that one to be, my image. I really want to be able to offer a couple of images to you. And this gives me a way to be able to do that. And then from there, you could be able to pick out your favorite one that you might print your 8x10 from. You can be able to take that somewhere else to be able to print it, like Walgreens or Shutterfly or wherever is your place. Obviously, when you order through us, our quality is, a little bit better. Most of the time for dance stuff that you're wanting to give away, a cheaper quality is okay. But if there's something that you want to order through us, we'll include that in the information to be able to place that order back so that you can be able to have best. But then you have a variety of images to choose from as well that you already have, and then you also can be able to order those professional prints if you'd like.
And so many of our customers really resort to the CD in general just simply for some of those extra pieces. If you want to create grandma a coffee mug or build into a Shutterfly book or for Christmas cards, these are great kind of keepsake features to be able to still have the images on CD, to be able to still have that print release if you do want to kind of have some of those extra pieces per se. So option A for individual is going to be the Artisan CD Small, 3 images with a print release up to the 11x14 size, and it's $35 plus tax. Our most common option as far as for individual is going to be the Artisan CD Large, and it's going to be the same concept, CD with a print release. It does include more variety. It's got 6 shots on it, 6 different images, and it's $45, and that it does include the tax.
That one works really good. So let's say if this is your child's first year dancing and you do have some with tutu and some without, it also works really good, to be able to get more images from, especially with like solo costumes. We do some close-up, some full length. You really get the best of everything with that one.
That's exactly right. And typically Brandi's style is going to be offering like a full length, a 3/4, a headshot. It's going to kind of give you that extra variety that you would honestly really want. So that is, I feel like, what we've seen over years past. That's going to be our most common option as far as the CD Large, just because it's really difficult once you kind of see them to narrow down to a top, 1 or 2. So just keep that in mind. For all of you moms out there that do have, or dads, that do have multiple children at the dance school, we do have an option for you to have a CD sibling or a CD sibling option. So basically the CD would include 9 images, 3 of each child, and then 3 of them together. So just kind of keep that in mind that is certainly an option for you. That price point roughly is about $65. So once again, still being able to offer that variety, you're still able to create those shots, but it's more at a discounted price versus paying full price per child.
And that is just for siblings.
And then as far as kind of for your group option, so obviously everybody will be included in your group photos. And for the opportunity for group, we have an 8x10, and it is going to be printed on the high quality photo paper with a fine linen texture. And this is just kind of a quick sample of the 8x10. And then we also have the 5x7 option. So 5x7s are priced at $18. That does include the tax. Whoops. And the 8x10, and this is $20, and it does include the tax. But you can see the size difference here. So many of our parents, kind of the first question right out the gate are going to ask, does this guy come on your CD? And it does not. They are treated as separate products. So for instance, most folks do want to have the individual kind of portion taking place as well as a group. So what you would do on your order form, you're going to check the box for the CD as well as check the box for whatever group option you would like. Once again, most common is going to be the CD, the large, with an 8x10. I feel like this is what most people really like to do. Being able to slide this into like a photo album or into a frame, being able to have it for future keepsake as well. So that's kind of the option as far as the group options as well as the CD. Brandi brought this sample out just to kind of show you, this was created off of a dancer CD. So mom wanted the CD option, so she was able to use them for social media, Christmas cards and what have you, but then she really wanted like a beautiful, just overall kind of more so like a generation portrait. So this is going to be a portrait that she reached out to us. We created in-house. and they were able to stop by and pick this up. So just keep that in mind that, just like she said, you could certainly go more of the economical route from Walgreens or Target or what have you. The quality is going to be lesser, but you could still be able to have something that you want to keep like forever still printed through our studio.
And this is a wall portrait, so it includes the mounting spray. It also includes retouching. This is something that they're going to be happy to hang on their wall for years to come.
Yes, it's absolutely stunning. Okay, so that was, for instance, just like an 11 by 14 size. But the next option that you'll see on your actual order forms is going to be the dancer montage. So we've got one here just as a quick reference. Mind you, this particular size is going to be the 8 by 16 size. This is going to be roughly $155, and it is going to be completely customized per your child's dance, per your child's actual like style as far as their poses that's captured. And it does include the name, as well as most parents like to include the year on there as well.
And this one is included with one outfit, so this would be perfect for if your child only does one dance, or if you wanted to do solo, that would be perfect for that. But we also have the option to be able to offer all of your dance costumes. And so on your order form, you'll be able to see where you just add additional. So it would start out at the base price for the montage, and it also includes one outfit and the CD as well. Mm-hmm. So that's really like a package deal. That's really a benefit. On the montages, we're always going to shoot more,
yes,
because we want to be able to have some more of the moves from the dance. The moves from the dance are already included in either the small or the large CD, but in the montage, we're going to do that even more. So that way we have more images to be able to pull from. So you're really going to benefit from that by having those extra images. Now, each additional costume that you add to it past that one is just going to be $20 each costume. So when, let's say that you have 10 costumes, you're going to walk away with all 10 costumes on the montage, as well as a CD with just tons of images from each of those.
And like Brandi said, in regards to the price point for these, with it including the overall completed portrait, so for the montage, we actually bring all the images in. We design kind of what we feel like is naturally going to look, or
images that really look good together, yes, that complement each other.
And as you see here, I mean, just at a quick reference, there's at least like 9 photos on this little guy here. So what we do is we kind of create everything in-house by our custom graphic designers, and then we'll actually email you the proof, so you still have the final okay before we ever go to print. Once again, it's mounted on a really nice masonite board with the sprays kind of on top. Just a beautiful, beautiful fixture as far as what's actually going to be offered.
What we love about this is that we talk about this a lot in our studio, is that, you know, at the end of it, it's great to have a CD, but also having something that represents, you know, all the hours and the journey of, you know, being a dancer and, you know, being at the studio and stuff. And so we really want to be able to show that in a finished piece that you can have every year. So many of our dance students do this every year, and they document that so they can be able to put this on an easel in their home. They could put them, you know, in a series, and that they have one.
Yes. So this is the 8 by 16 size. Just at a quick reference, we pulled a random 10 by 20, but this just kind of shows you the size difference. This is going to be $155, but keeping in mind that the 8 by 16 does include the CD. This is the 10 by 20. It's only $170, and it also includes the CD. Once again, same format, but just slightly different size.
If you have a lot of dance costumes that you want to be able to put in, the 10 by 20 is a better to go with.
And then what most of our customers tend to do is, let's say for instance, you really want to get the 8 by 16 or the 10 by 20 for your home. Then, like, once grandma sees it, grandma's really going to want one for herself too. So a lot of our customers will actually have like a smaller, this is just a quick sample of a 5 by 10, but basically this would be recreated in a smaller format. So very similar style, it's just going to be a slightly smaller size. So really, really great for like Mother's Days that's coming up, any kind of birthday, future Christmas gifts. I know that that's a little ways in the future, but what a great way to personalize. Yeah, that's exactly right. And what grandma doesn't love portraits? So.
Yes, that's exactly right. So just kind of a last little tidbit is that we do have, like Jamie said, on our website that you can be able to prepay. If there's someone else in the family that wanted to order the portraits, you know, as a gift, they can be able to go online and do that as well. Our website is brandiautry.com. Be able to click on the dance portraits and make sure they put in name of the student as well as the studio. We will be there the night of. Obviously, information will be sent out by your dance studio owner. And then the portraits will be received before recital. We'll usually set up a night to be able to do delivery. That way, if you have any questions about anything, you can be able to talk to one of our staff members. If you're unable to make that night, then you are able to come by our studio or have it mailed to you.
Definitely. So obviously, as you receive the order forms, go ahead and kind of take a peek over everything. Like we said, it'll really alleviate a lot of stress and a lot of time the night of the actual photos taking place. If you go ahead and at least print these out, at least have everything ready to go. If not, go ahead and submit your order via online. And some of the information that you will just need to kind of know off the top of your head will be your child's name, obviously, the dance name or song, the dance teacher, what night or day does the actual class take place on, what time frame does the class take place on, and then costume description. So like for instance, we've seen over years past, if a brother or a sibling or a spouse kind of drops off the child that doesn't normally drop them off, some of that information is very hard to kind of come by because you don't exactly know. So if you could go ahead and kind of have all of this filled out, if not already submitted, that'll alleviate a whole lot of stress that evening.
Yes,
so,
that's exactly right.
I know makeup and hair and costumes is already enough, so we'll go ahead and kind of alleviate this off of the to-do list for you.
And we will have a full staff there at the studio to be able to answer any questions that you have as well. And we definitely encourage you to call us ahead of time with any of those questions, so that way we can make that experience a lot less stressful.
And for payment, we accept cash, check, and card. So just kind of keep that in mind. Obviously, if you are paying by card, you could go ahead and pay that online, or we'll have a credit card terminal that evening available. And like we said, very open communication. So if y'all ever have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. But especially for that drop-off component, it'll be awesome to be able to have everything back for before that recital kind of taking place. So if you do want to print out some little thank you cards, or if you want to kind of share with grandparents, you'll be able to have that before then. So,
all right, well guys, we look forward to meeting y'all in person, and have a wonderful day.
Bye.